What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition video for you. We are still in round 2 of the Millennium Games 2017 Regional Championships. On the left we have Phillipe. On the right we have Kevin. Phillipe's playing Night's Watch, Reigns of Castamere. And there's the official touch gloves before the fight here. And Kevin's playing Targaryen Fealty. And it looks like we have the new Samuel Tarly set up besides Santa Claus there, the builder reducer. And the wall. So that's not a bad setup at all. And on the right we have a duped Viserion. We have Doria, Plaza of Pride, and a Slaver's Bay port for the Targaryens. So Phillipe has come down from the Montreal, Canada area where he plays Thrones, so quite the trip for them. But Kevin is down from the Hamilton or Brampton or basically Southern Ontario, Canada. Down here playing in Rochester, New York. Quite a few Canadians made the trip down. Including myself. And happy 150th birthday to Canada today. Actually, this video should be going up on July 1st. So it looks like we have Late Summer Feast into Retaliation. Very interesting. Retaliation dropping that for a low reserve off the start. I believe it's only 4. And I believe Late Summer Feast has pretty low reserve. Both players feeling they can, I guess, dump their hand out or don't really care what they discard. Kevin looking to just hit hard with that 2 claim. We got a dupe on the wall. Now we have a Rose Road out on the Night's Watch side. Obviously, Night's Watch player going first. Cotter Pike is now in play. And the builder reduction here. I believe Night's Watch attachment or location it reduces. And it's a copy of Ghost, which I believe is a save. Brings it back to hand, I believe, and you can save.
I didn't register for
And Maester Aemon.
nothing?
No gold and 4 cards.
Now go!
Alright, 5 gold, I believe, is now on the Targaryen side for his marshalling. He's got 1 off the Slaver's Bay port, obviously, not having 4 characters in dead piles on opponent's side yet. So he's just going to get 1 gold off it. But starting off with 2 claim, he might get a little more in the dead pile of his opponent here if he can get a military challenge off and speed up the gold generation on that location. But a Great Hall is going to help, and we got Khal Drogo out there. Now we know why he dropped that 2 claim plot. He wants to get that double military 2 claim. Send some destruction at his Night's Watch opponents. And Viserys Targaryen, Viserys, removing attachments when he leaves play. So Aemon's going to be helped with a little bit of that claim. So is Ghost. But he's going to have to deal with 4 claim if he can't stop 2 mills here. But Plaza of Pride, I'm sure, is going to play a factor here, probably standing Khal Drogo. Cotter Pike, I don't think it's a buff off Ghost. But he is 5 military on the defense. Actually 6 because of the wall being in play. And I think Phillipe just passed over to Kevin. Oh, maybe not. I think he just asked if he had actions.
For 6, stealthing Doria.
So intrigue for 6, stealthing Doria. It's going to be unopposed, of course. It's going to probably flip into a range trigger here. So we got a force reaction off the plot. Kevin draws a card. And here we go, House Guard Knelt. Range trigger. Kevin shuffling up his hand, getting ready for claim. And we haven't flipped into Game of Thrones.
And claim.
And a copy of Danny is discarded on the intrigue. Could that be the card he was going to chuck to Stan Khal Drogo? I don't think it matters now that Cotter is knelt, so no military icon standing on the Night's Watch side. But Game of Thrones, I believe you have to win an intrigue challenge to be able to do a military power. So him trying to win with Doria, I don't think it's going to happen here, since Samuel Tarly is +1 from the wall, so he will be able to block. Or Aemon, or both. It's going to do both. 6 block against Doria's 2. Full block. And that's it. Dominance goes to the Targaryens. So well played by Phillipe, shutting down that 2-claim double mill on Khal Drogo.
And good for cards.
The Game of Thrones alt art plot coming in amazingly. The ability on that card. I mean, no one really plays it, but right there shows you it's still got some power. Definitely a card that should be played. Great scheme choice. Makes sense in I guess a Targ meta, or like even an aggro crazy military heavy meta. As long as you have the intrigue to back it up. And as we can see here, Phillipe got a nice lead on the intrigue to start. Had the buff on the strength. And Doria just wasn't enough intrigue on the other side of the board. But I mean, Daenerys being out there might have changed things, but we wouldn't see Daenerys and Drogo together there on that first turn for sure.
Okay.
Looks like he's pitching 2 locations. Maybe both Illyrio's estates there, possibly. I think they're both the same location. But definitely that low reserve on retaliation, hurting Kevin there. I mean, I guess it usually doesn't if you can play out enough. Plus Plaza of Pride, having to chuck cards from that. A card, I guess, usually probably helps out. So now we have Varys Riddle into Calling the Banners. So 4 gold will be gained from Calling the Banners. I believe on both sides it can be triggered from the Varys Riddle. So they're both going to get 4 gold. Yep, 4 gold in the plot phase here.
Don't shoot. Yep.
One more.
So Night's Watch player going first again, plays out a Rose Road. And he gets 4 more gold there on from his plots, 3 in that previous Rose Road he had out in play. So he's got 8 gold to work with, I believe. Craven on Khal Drogo, that's huge. But remember, Viserys is out on the board there.
And sitting on 2.
So Phillipe's got to watch out about that military, making Viserys leave play and get rid of that Craven.
5 more.
Slaver's Bayport.
So Slaver's Bayport triggered on the Targaryen side. Still only getting 1 gold from that. But 10 gold to work with for the Targaryens here, plus the Great Hall. Does he have something juicy to play?
2 in hand? 3 in hand?
3 in hand.
Littlefinger? Yep. Reaction?
I was trying to figure out the card that Phillipe just played. There is Bowen Marsh. During intrigue challenges, each Steward character you control gains insight. He also has a +1 reserve. He's got an intrigue and power, as you can see there, and he's 4 strength. 5 with the wall. I think he's sitting on 3 cards on the Night's Watch side, so that insight, if he can get it going, it's going to help him fill up his hand a little bit more there. And keep this pressure coming.
Slaver's Bayport?
So we got another Slaver's Bayport inside on the Targaryen side. It's going to get him another gold. Littlefinger was played there to help him get a couple cards. Hopefully this money and Great Hall can help him get another character on the board. Unless he's thinking he may get hit with a Wildfire in the scheme deck of his Night's Watch opponent there. May not want to go too wide. if he thinks Valor's a thing from this Night's Watch deck. Or he may want to Valor himself. Especially if his opponent stays low on the card count in hand. If you can take out all of his draw that's on the board.
Go ahead.
We'll pass on pre-challenge action.
So it looks like 2 gold saved on the Night's Watch side. We've got 5 gold saved on the Targaryen side. We're in challenges. Does Targaryen player have any pre-challenge actions here? He's thinking. Nope. I think we're going to challenges here.
Do an intrigue for 11.
He gets himself in as well, right? Yeah.
And I will stealth.
So intrigue of 11, I think he said he's choosing his stealth target here.
Daria.
And Doria is going to be stealth. So Littlefinger's the
The 9 plus
only character that can defend here. He's trying to win by 5, it looks like. Trying to get that Reigns of Castamere trigger.
No finish.
Reaction.
So we got Power Behind the Throne is the scheme of choice this round. He's going to get a stand token there. Marks it with a gold token on the plot card. So he's going to be able to stand a character. Grabs a copy of Fire and Blood.
And insight.
And draws for insight off the 1 steward that was in the challenge, which is the Bowen Marsh.
Last challenges? Yep.
Cotter Pike does not have the steward trait. I'm not sure if Ghost gives any kind of buff. Check here. So he goes on Night's Watcher start characters only. He has the interrupt when attached character would be killed. Return Ghost to your hand to save that character. So we got a military challenge here with Viserion. A little white dragon coming in. And Praxis Blade ambushed in on Samwell Tarly. Samwell Tarly's going to gain a military icon from that. And +2 strength, or is it 1 strength?
If you did have anything.
You can tell I don't play Night's Watch.
You have 3 cards remaining, correct?
Yeah, 3 card, no gold.
So yeah, Praxis Blade's +1 strength, gains a military icon, he's got another +1 from the wall, definitely full block there. And he's still got that stand token, so he can stand Cotter Pike for some defense if he needs. On another military. Actually, there is no other military right now unless Plaza of Pride is used.
Power?
So now a power challenge, 7 strength. Stand token actually is going to be used on Bowen Marsh. And he's going to block 5 strength, +1 from the wall. Wins by 2, steals a power.
Insight?
Yep.
And gets insight, actually. Doria with the Lord business there. don't know if Kevin drew 2 cards there. I'm not sure. I didn't catch that. I don't know if you guys caught that. But I don't know if Doria has insight herself or she gives the Lords insight in the challenge. I think it's she just gets insight. I'm not sure if he goofed it up there. Maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. You guys can let us know in the comments below. That'd be great.
In your wolf face.
In your wolf.
And the ambush character, Quaith, jumps in. Military challenge. Kills Santa Claus, the little builder guy.
Do you have any
For
action?
the second military.
I'll take that crazy little thing.
And Dominus goes to Targaryens. 4 power on the Targaryen side. Night's Watch players sitting at 3, I believe.
I have 6 or 7.
Obviously the wall went down there. No wall trigger that turn. So ambush definitely playing a key here. A key role there in round 2 on both sides of the board. Yeah, Doria, during a challenge in which you control a participating Lord or Lady character, Doria gains insight. So just 1 card draw as long as you have a Lord or Lady in the challenge with her. I don't know if Kevin threw that extra Lord in the challenge and drew 2 cards there. I missed that. I thought he drew 2, but I wasn't sure. But either way, moving on. And we have March of the Wall on the Targaryen side, flipped into Here to Serve on the Night's Watch side. I think he grabs a dupe for Aemon with that plot, unless he's playing House Maesters. I don't know if there's any other Maesters in the Night's Watch yet.
Sure, we'll march. Sure. I'll march Viserys.
So March, Samuel Tarly. Practice Blade goes back. And on the other side, Viserys gets marched and uses this interrupt to discard Ghost. And dupe for Maester Aemon with the plot is what we thought. So Night's Watch player going first again. Targaryen player winning initiative, I believe, every round so far. Wanting to go second.
Can't forget about him.
So we have a Steward of the Wall, which is a Night's Watch character reducer, and a Messenger Raven for either some military claim or a card draw later in the dominance phase. So I'm not sure what you guys would have done there with Viserion. I don't know if I would have used him to get rid of the Craven on Khal Drogo,
Main phasing of
or that Snow, or sorry, Ghost off of
3 in hand.
Yep, 3 and 9.
Cotter Pike. I'm not sure which one I would have gone with, but
Flavor play Saber Spy.
Yep.
I guess it depends if you're playing on some. I guess you're playing Targaryen. You're playing on some kill, maybe a Valor coming up. Maybe you're thinking you're getting another Viserion. Maybe you're playing 3 of. You march them. You can play another one. Looks like he has a dupe for Khal Drogo in hand.
What's been the story so far? A good story. A fighting tale.
So if you guys are new here, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps support the channel. It's free. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, as you see at the bottom of the screen there, from our live stream. When this was live, this video was taken from that live stream. But you can see we have more subscribers than that now, but we're still trying to hit 3,000. So help us get there. Hit that subscribe button. And we'll do some long live streams, do some giveaways. It'll be good times for all.
Well, you don't lack any economy.
And if you've already subscribed, just make sure you hit that like button. Always hit the like button on the videos, guys. Help other people find these videos. That'd be really appreciated also. And if you want to donate, you can do so at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. The link is in the description below. And it looks like we have a great haul marshaled into play. The question is, does he want to play anymore? Does he plan to just go into a Valor? Or does he keep playing cards out, keep putting pressure on his opponent? Eventually he'll run into his own Valor, so you might as well tear it off like a band-aid. Maybe that's why he's not playing the Khal Drogo dupe. Maybe he's got close call. Move Khal Drogo out of the dead pile. Play that dupe later. And a House of the Undying. 6 cost. Pop that off. Basically take all your opponent's characters out of the dead pile, put them in play for a phase, and then put them back when you're done. Looks like he's just setting up for post-Valor here. And really curious to see if that location goes off. That'll be some fun times for all of us watching. Those good times when the House of the Undying is played. And the other thing, too, with the Targaryen player having the Slaver's Bay ports, 2 of them in play, I mean, doing a Valor, filling your opponent's dead pile, getting at least 4 characters in there is going to help his economy after Valor a whole ton. So if he can draw some cards, continue to keep cards in hand here, and weather the storm from the Reigns deck, and just go into a Valor maybe next, he might be able to recover a lot better than his opponent. But remember, we have a duped Aemon out there, and Aemon's going to be able to save a Night's Watch character, and since he has a dupe, he'll save himself. So there'll be at least 2 Night's Watch characters that'll stick around on the board. And right now, only Viserion will be able to be saved on the other side. So if he does have that dupe from Khal Drogo, which I think he does, I thought we saw it there. I don't know if he's just holding on to it to chuck it for Plaza of Pride. But I mean, I might put it out there. Even a Khal Drogo with Craven on him is still a pretty strong character with renown for defensive purposes. But he's missing that green icon. That's the one you need for defense against this Reigns deck, I think.
No turn?
So looks like a Night's Watch player, I believe, passed challenges. And now the Targaryen player is doing a military with Quaith of the Shadow. That's what the character's called, I believe. So military of 2. And we do have money on the Night's Watch side, so we could see a Practice Blade ambushed in to give a military icon to one of those characters. It looks like Cotter Pike's just going to jump in front for 6 defense. Fully blocking. Trying to protect the wall here, get some power that way.
He is 6 strength person, right?
Yeah, correct.
No, it's no way.
Unless that's the only Practice Blade he has is on
No.
Bowen Marsh there. I think he played that back out. It might be his only one, actually, so maybe he doesn't have one in hand. But Bowen Marsh does have all 3 icons, is 6 strength due to the wall and the Practice Blade buffing him by 1 each. And it looks like we're going in for a big power challenge here. Well, sort of big, I guess. Littlefinger plus Doria plus Viserion. 8 strength.
Yeah, shrug. Whatever.
I mean, I cannot block
So he
it.
blocks unopposed with Bone Marsh.
It's not whatever. I'm losing power, but
And power should be stolen.
Yeah.
And Doria will get an insight here.
nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he drew an insight there off of Doria's ability.
Nightmare's Ball.
So the wall gets Nightmares for a gold. Blanks it for the rest of the phase. We will not be able to trigger it. Also loses the +1 strength bonus. And that's it. Looks like they're done challenges, adding up their dom here.
And they're back at the full strength anyway.
So dominance to the Night's Watch player, Phillipe.
Dom and Dom in action.
And he's going to do the Messenger Raven to draw a card.
And I'm at 5 minutes.
So 5 power on the Targaryen side to 3 on the Night's Watch side. Close, careful, calculated game here. No player really running away with it yet. We'll see what happens after. I'm feeling a Valor's coming. I'm feeling the House of the Undying is going to be played after that. Targaryen player could swing it in his favor here. And he's going to pitch a copy of Khal Drogo to Taxation. Now that signals to his opponent that he either had that card the whole time, maybe he drew it off the insight he had from Doria there. I mean, maybe it doesn't really tell his opponent anything, but other than that's the card he might have drawn in the challenge phase. But I think he was holding that the whole time. So we have counting coppers into the Night's Watch plot. I believe that's the 4-6-0, where they don't kneel, I believe, to defend. Not 100% on that card, but a great card in a Reigns deck where you can flip and get rid of that 0 claim in the challenge phase.
Slaver's Bay.
So still, Slaver's Bay Port's only getting 1 gold. Only 1 character in the dead pile, I believe, on the opponent's side. So not the Valor play I thought that was going to happen here. I don't know if that was the wrong call. I don't know what completely is in Kevin's hand. I don't know all of his plots. I don't know his game plan, but I felt the Valor was coming there since he left Khal Drogo out there. I guess he was keeping the card in hand to pitch later for standing from Plaza of Pride. Maybe that was a second Khal Drogo dupe he drew off of Doria. We don't know. So the Night's Watch plot, was the fire that burns. Obviously loyal to Night's Watch, 4-6-0. Each Night's Watch character you control does not kneel when declared as a defender. Plot deck limit 1, 7 reserve.
6.
And like I said, great plot in a range deck where you can hopefully get your range trigger off, and then you just flip into a new scheme plot that has claim when it's your turn to hammer some claim through, and you negate that effect. Especially when your opponent's going first, which in this case he is, since the Night's Watch player, 1 reserve, or 1 initiative, sorry. And he's able to not kneel to defend and then flip it around and attack with claim, hopefully. And we have the newer Jon Snow played here. Great card, super annoying if you're across the table from it.
4 in hand, no goal. You're all done? Yep. You ready for challenge? Alright, I don't think so.
And Jon Snow has stealth. He's a Bastard Steward and a Wildling reaction after you win a challenge in which Jon Snow is participating. Either Stand each attacking wildling character, or stand each defending Night's Watch character. Limit once per phase. But that 7 cost for 6 strength. Military and Intrigue is juicy in its own with the stealth. Great character. We have a power challenge here. Doria coming in, 6 strength. Cotter just blocks on his own. Oh, I see. Never mind. Night's Watch player wins, or Targaryen player wins it. Sorry, 6/6. Sorry, Cotter's +1 from the practice play, +1 from the wall. Yeah, defends for 6, and an attack with 6. So he draws 1 for insight, steals a power. We're now at 6 power to 2 power for the Targaryen player Kevin. So slowly chiseling away at the Night's Watch player here, maintaining the lead. On the Night's Watch side, we have a dupe Jorah Mormont now. Which I think the dupe Ser Jorah kind of signals that a Valor might be coming on the Targaryen side, or he fears one on the Night's Watch side, but I don't think the Night's Watch player is really playing it, to be honest. Maybe he is. But I don't think he's going to play anytime soon since Jon Snow's out now and exposed. But I guess Aemon could save Jon Snow, that's for sure.
Intrigue, stealthing, Jorah.
So big intrigue here. Ser Jorah's been stealth. I think we're going to see range trigger here. Yeah, we got a defense off Quaithe for 2. It's not nothing. We're going to see the range trigger first here. We should see Jon Snow stand. And we got the trigger off of Varys Riddle, hitting the card draw on Counting Coppers there, just to get some point and click card draw. Not bad, not bad. Jon Snow stands, of course. Claim on the Intrigue Challenge. We should have a follow-up with 2 insight, I believe, from Bowen Marsh there, since Jon Snow and Bowen, I believe, are both stewards. Oh, 3, sorry. You had the Night's Watch Reducer in there also. So 3 insight. So 6 card draw there off a 1 Intrigue Challenge, plus taking a card from your opponent, 7 card swing. Not too shabby. So I don't think Phillipe's really fearing the Valor now that he's got like 7 cards or so in hand. And he has 8 reserve. So he should be able to recover from a Valor very nicely, considering Maester Aemon can do some saving and save himself.
I'm done.
And not bad economy on the Night's Watch side either. So we got the wall triggering, getting the Night's Watch player up to 4 power.
11, 13, 14.
By 1.
And now dominance to 5 for Phillipe.
That's right. That doesn't go there. You got that.
Yep.
You did that.
And Kevin was just accidentally taking a power there, even though he lost dominance, but he put it back like a nice guy.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm an 8.
All right. Targaryen flip into into Valor. So we got a discard on a Messenger Raven there. I'm not sure what the other card was. I think it was a Practice Blade. Or it's a Craven maybe. Not sure what it was he chucked, but it was an attachment, I believe. And a ranging party, so tons of cards in hand. I believe Varys Riddle 7 reserve, plus 1 from the Bowen Marsh was 8. So I think he had 11 cards in hand there, I think. If they're counting it right. Unless I'm missing something here, you guys, let me know. All right. So we got a second Call on the Banners on the Night's Watch side, flipped into Fire and Blood. No, not Fire and Blood. What was it called? Basically the burn plot on the Targaryen side there. Why can't I think of what it's called? You guys know what it's called, but it reduces all the character strength by 1 except for dragon characters.
1, 2, 3.
Blood of the Dragon. Blood of the Dragon, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. So interestingly though, it doesn't kill anything across the board since the wall's out there with the strength buff. So it's usually a good plot played early by Targaryens to get a few of your weenies that you're using for character reduction into the dead pile, but did not work in this case. So a third Slaver's Bay port. Still only getting 1 gold though. Very strange. Usually the Targaryen Fealty players, they Valor early, they get some Dracarys off, they burn your characters down, and even just military pressure from Khal Drogo's ability usually gets, you know, second or third turn you got at least 4 characters in your dead pile, and they're getting 2 gold off each Slaver's Bay port. But ladies and gentlemen, not in this game. Phillipe countering it very well. Almost like this was built to counter the popular Targaryen meta at this time. So we got 2 Great Halls knelt to reduce a Rhaegal by 2 and get a dupe out there on him.
5 more.
And Phillipe's seen his 3rd Rose Road.
1, 2, 3.
And he's going to kneel a Great Hall, his 2 Steward of the Walls. Get Corin Halfhand into play with a duplicate. So both boards getting more Valor ready here. Speaking of Valor ready, Craster is in play. This is not looking good. If Kevin is running Valor and not just Blood of the Dragon is only reset plot, this could be bad. And I believe Satine, however you say it, another Steward played on the Night's Watch side. And not sure the attachment he just placed on Jon Snow, but if it's Long Claw is what I'm trying to say. That's giving Jon Snow renown. And yeah, this could be trouble here for the Targaryen player. This board's getting juicy here. This is one of the bigger boards we've seen lately. We have the full suite of locations, tons of characters, very small dead piles, and yeah, we're gonna have a slugfest here. Let's go slow the game down a little bit, trying to add up all the strength and separate challenges, and do the math of all the characters and cards on the board. But let's see here. The good thing is Sir Jorah, the dragons, Doria, even Quaitha the Shadow there, they're all unique. So Corin Halfhand's ability works on the defense to kill a non-unique character with lower strength. So there are no non-uniques across the board, I believe. Yeah, they're all unique. Even Littlefinger, Doria. Yeah, so no worry about Corin's ability, but getting a big body, 5 strength, plus 1 from the wall out there with a duplicate is huge.
4? Yeah. Block 4, 10.
So there's a power challenge, 10 strength block. be a 12 strength block, I believe. +1 from the wall. Not sure if the wall was nightmare, maybe. But either way, power challenge is stuffed. And we have Renown on Corrin, of course. So trying to get some power gain on the defense. And protect the wall at the same time. So yeah, I think Kevin is in a tough spot here. His characters are pretty low strength in general, and the one that's large strength, Khal Drogo, has a Craven on him, so... Oh, yes, sorry. The plot. The plot's reducing, basically countering the wall. Forgot about that. Yeah, so it was a defensive 10. My bad, I caught that there. So this is quite the interesting game. We got a Dragon is no slave played to kill Maester Aemon, and a Nightmare's on the wall. So Blood of the Dragon goes off, killing, well, not goes off, it's turned on basically, but the strength reduction actually kills, I think it's Satin and the two Watchers on the wall.
Just under 15 minutes left in the round, guys.
Or Steward at the wall. Sorry, Steward's at the wall. I think I need to spend some time playing Night's Watch now that they have all these cards I'm not familiar with. Even their older cards I'm not familiar with. Yeah, got to spend some time playing Night's Watch so I can get to know these cards for you guys.
Right, that's Nightmare.
10?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Yes, you're right.
So now this challenge here, I believe it's Cotter and Jon Snow coming in. Not sure if it's military or intrigue. It looks like Rhaegal's going to come in on the block.
No reaction.
No. Well, no.
No reaction for that. Stand attacking widely.
So Jon Snow goes off, obviously standing himself. And it was intrigue. Here comes the claim. Another Fire and Blood. That's two he's got on intrigue claim. Jon Snow gains his renown. He's getting an insight draw.
Where does the insight from?
Intrigue challenge.
Oh, okay. I thought he was what's Roger Castle.
Okay.
Oh, so Bowen Marsh, sorry, was in the challenge. So he gives insight to Stewart. And they're drawn. I thought he used Bowen on the defense. For power defense.
During dominance, you'll have 10. I'll have...
Oh, sorry. Bowen's giving them an intrigue in general. I think that's what the confusion was on Kevin's side there. He thought he had to be in the challenge. But I don't think he does. I think it's just on intrigue challenges he's giving insight to Stewards.
At 4.
So dominance goes to Targaryen side. No wall trigger, obviously, because the Nightmares was played. And now with Aemon dying, maybe there's a better opening for Valor here. At least we have more than 4 characters in the dead pile. So the Slaver's Bay ports are now turned on. I've said it already, but this is quite the game here. Still very close. 7 power on the Night's Watch side. 7 power on the Targaryen side. We are all tied up here. And there it is, Valor on the Targaryen side into Confiscation. Played on the Night's Watch side.
Gonna be first. No, you gonna be first.
Oh, I'm gonna
So Kevin gets to go first, decided by Phillipe. So he has to decide which plot goes off first, so we'll see what Confiscation hits after.
Craven.
So Confiscation goes off first, Craven gets hit.
Then Valor.
Sure. I'll save.
Like,
Sure. Save.
They're doing their saves here.
nothing else to say. Turn to land.
So we got Viserion, Ser Jorah, and Rhaegal saved on the Targaryen side. And Corrin and Craster on the other side.
Pass block his action.
And Craster's going to go get sacrificed to bring all the characters back into play. So magically, Khal Drogo's back out there and does not have his Craven on him anymore. So Targaryen player's going first.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you do.
And Slaver's Bayport there getting triggered for 6 gold, all 3 of them.
I don't think I can anyway.
You got to gain gold through malicious means, for all I know.
So 9 gold to work with, plus 2 Great Halls on a Valor turn. Not bad. There's a dupe on Khal Drogo. And we got a dupe on Jon Snow. And another dupe on Corrin.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking how convenient.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It is.
Which is great now that Khal Drogo is quote unquote turned on, unless he gets a Craven slapped on him again here. And we got Long Claw put back on Jon Snow. And a Craven. Oh man. I called it. There's the Craven on Khal Drogo. That's too bad.
Free and bestow 1.
Looks like no gold was spent on the Targaryen side either.
2 cards.
Sorry, you said 3 and bestow it. You mean 2 plus 1?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's reduce.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I have no clue what that bestow character does in Night's Watch. I've never seen that card before. And if I can't seem to find it here, you guys are going to have to let me know what it does in the comments below. Oh, it's Gilly. I found it here. 2 cost, 1 strength, intrigue and power, unique, wildling, non-loyal, bestow 3. Action, discard 1 gold from Gilly to choose a steward character you control. Until the end of the phase, that character gains stealth. So that helps out. Basically for the range triggers, I guess, given your stewards who have intrigue icons. Stealth. And also obviously works great with Jon Snow there to help him stealth, win his challenges, do his ability.
Have any pre-challenge action?
Looks like he put 1 gold on it for bestow. He's going to do it on Bowen Marsh, actually. Give him stealth. I don't see any stealth across the board, so it's not for defensive purposes, obviously.
Looks like it's
And Kevin has 0 claim right now off of Valar Morghulis, his plot. So he's looking just to get some unopposed here. Otherwise, he may be feeding his opponent on the defense some renown.
5 minutes.
So 5 minutes called there in the game. So let's see if either of them can win it in time here.
You have 2 in here, right? 2 in your hand.
This guy's sneaky, but we both beat him.
And right now, the Targaryen player's got 7 power. We have 6 on the side of the Night's Watch. So Targaryen player in the lead by 1. So Practice Blade ambushed out there for Gilly. Giving her a military icon and +1 strength. And looks like she's going to block for 3. The wall is giving her buff also. So Gilly, quite the military presence here, blocking Quaith of the Shadow. Quaith of the Shadows, sorry, plural. I think. Nope. Doesn't look like it is on the card. Nope, just a misprint in the Deck of Thrones app that I'm using to look up card text here, which doesn't seem like this app's updated in a while, actually. Nope, looks like it is updated, actually. Took a while to get that Fall of Aspor on there.
Do you have any action? Unopposed.
Looks like we had a Dracarys play there to burn Gilly and send her to the dead pile. After kneeling Rhaegal there. Now we have power challenge coming in from Viserion. Looks like he's debating using Bowen Marsh here on the defense. Who wouldn't draw a card because it's not Intrigue. But he'll get a Renown on...
Block for 11.
yeah, he's going to block for 11. And should get a power here on Corrin Halfhand.
These are all garbage. Phillipe, these are garbage.
Kevin looking through the dead pile of his opponent there. He does have that House of the Undying in play, and he's making comments that all the characters are garbage in his opponent's dead pile. He does not care about stealing any of them, of course. Sure, he wants to get some of that juicy renown off the board of Phillipe, send it to the dead pile, and then steal it to speed up his game. Do it on the closing turn, I guess. If they get there. I believe like about 3 minutes have passed after the 5-minute was called. So I don't think we're going to get to that. We might get to another round here. So over to the Night's Watch player Phillipe for his challenges. And if he just stalls out a couple minutes here, this may be the last round, but Targaryen player's in the lead here, so they have to make something happen.
Intrigue, stealth, Justin.
So Intrigue, stealth on Ser Jorah and Littlefinger, leaving Doria alone to defend the Intrigue. Jon Snow's going to get to stand. We might see a range trigger here. We're going to see some insight draw probably.
Does he have long claw?
5, 7 plus 2, 14. Yeah.
So Doria will block the unopposed. And here we go. House card Nelt, range trigger here. He has 2 or 3 scheme plots left to choose from. Actually, no, should only be 2, I think. It's 5 scheme plots. Yeah, I see Wildfire in there and 1 other card. He's already played Varys Riddle, Power Behind the Throne, and Game of Thrones. So we got Filthy Accusations. We're going to see some kneel action here on Khal Drogo. We got the stand on Jon Snow. Intrigue Claim, getting a Plaza of Pride out of hand. And Renown. And we got the Insight, of course. Off of Jon Snow being a steward and Bone Marsh's ability. I think we just heard the timer go off, the buzz of the clock that was on the wall there at Millennium Games. And now we got a military challenge, stealthing Sir Jorah Mormont.
For 8.
And it's 8 strength.
Nothing of use.
Yeah.
So no characters, I don't think, with any military icons. So nothing you can grab with the House of the Undying.
Military of 8, something.
So we're going to pitch a card here, Plaza of Pride. Standing Rhaegal. And he's going to block the unopposed for 3. Which claim is Quaith there, and it gets a renown on Jon Snow. So I think he's got 2 on Jon Snow.
Is Dom the tiebreaker?
Dominance goes to Kevin and the Targaryen player. They're just trying to figure out tiebreakers here. And I think they're going to counting cards. He thinks it's dominance, but I think it's only after if the cards are tied.
Well, okay, what's the second time?
We're 9-9.
Yeah, they're both tied at 9 power. So I think we're going to a tiebreaker here, which I believe they'll have to count out cards.
The last person will win Dom.
So Night's Watch player drawing tons of cards all game.
Sorry?
You did a lot of insight, my boy.
Yeah, and you just heard Kevin mention that. Tons of insight.
Also with
Oh, I would not compare drawing 1 card to drawing all that. True, it's true.
Oh, you didn't play against that deck last week?
And remember that Varys Riddle trigger on the
that next plot.
Is he gonna pin it?
Oh, he had Valor was his next plot. But yeah, the Varys Riddle drawing from Counting Coppers, there's tons to draw. You got the insight going like crazy on the steward characters with Bow and March basically from the beginning.
Do you want to counter?
So I don't see how
Do you want to be the one who counters? Fine.
how Kevin can have less cards here. But I mean, we don't know how big the decks were to start with. Maybe they're both 60, but they're going to count them out here. So while we wait for this count, hit that like button below, leave a comment, share this video on social media, hit that subscribe button, jump over to patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table, donate $1. All these things to kill time when we wait for the count to happen here. So basically, whoever has less cards loses here.
That way.
Now, that's it. Yeah. So Kevin had less cards.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I believe it was 27 to 26. So Phillipe wins the match. So I don't know if that Doria double draw that may or may not have happened there early in the game. You guys can leave it in the comments below if Kevin did draw 2 cards off Doria when he had those 2 lords that he tapped there. I don't know if he did, but if he did, that could have screwed him right there from going to the tiebreakers, which I believe would have been the dominance. Kevin would have won. But you guys can let me know in the comments below what should or shouldn't have happened there. But I know the card count was, I believe, 26 to 27. Kevin having 26, Phillipe having 27, I believe, or maybe it's 26-25. You guys can let me know. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting that like button. Everyone who donated on patreon.com. You guys are all awesome. You just saw their name in the credits there. And yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. Tons more videos coming up in this series, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.